intimate than the other two shows, because in between the musical numbers, you're actually going to get to meet our singers and dancers. They're going to be coming out, telling you a little bit about themselves and a few little funny skits, and you're going to get to see some of the hidden talents of our performers as well. As far as song and dance goes, you've got everything from Motown music to Broadway show tunes, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of pop, and a great tribute to some of that 90s pop Latin music from people like Gloria Estefan, Ricky Martin, and a whole lot more. So it really is pure variety. So that's at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And after the first part of the show finishes, then I'll be coming out just saying a few words, and then we go into our big finale. And this features the Norwegian GEM singers as well as representatives of the entire crew on board the ship. The crew members that work so very hard on board the GEM, from our galley teams through to your stateroom stewards and stewardesses, our housekeepers, of course all of the dining room waiters and assistant waiters, and the entertainment staff, our guest services teams, all of our onboard services. They're all going to be there along with some of our senior officers to say thank you to you for sailing with us on board the GEM. It is an amazing finale, so make sure that you stick around right to the very end of the show. You're not going to want to miss our big finale. So 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, pure variety, followed by our big all-crew finale, and that's of course in the Stardust Theatre. And then we finish off the night the way that Norwegian is known, white hot. It is Norwegian's signature white hot party. That'll be starting, actually it starts at about 9:30 p.m. in the Spinnaker Lounge. It's our pre-party with the Ironics, our fabulous party band. They're going to be there getting the party started, and as you walk into the Spinnaker Lounge, we're going to have the white hot angels come and get a photograph taken with us as you enter the lounge. And then at 10:30 we change it up a little bit for you. DJ Allegre takes over in the Spinnaker Lounge, and we kick it off with the Norwegian GEM dancers doing their white hot dance. Then the dance floor is open, and the rumour is it may well snow tonight. Come to the white hot party and you'll understand what it's all about. But it is just a big old excuse to party. Come on along. Wear white if you have white. If you don't have white, it really doesn't matter, but it'll be cool if you get into the spirit of the party. Dress in as much white as you can, and come and dance with us. It's a really fun evening. The dance floor will be packed, lots of great drink specials. The entire entertainment family will be there as well. So you're guaranteed an awesome evening. And tonight, when you go to bed, in between our 2 sea days, we give you back that hour that we stole at the beginning of the cruise. So after the white hot party, when you go to bed, you turn your clocks back 1 hour. So you get an extra hour of sleep or an extra hour of partying, whatever you want to do. Then you get that extra hour tonight. So come and join us for that. But of course, all the way through the day, the shops, the casino, the photo gallery, they're all going to be open. We're going to have all different kinds of music around the ship. So whatever you want to partake in, tonight is definitely the night for you to get out and make the most of the ship. Of course, all of our dining venues, our specialty restaurants will be open. And tonight is a very busy night in our specialty restaurants. So 050 is our restaurant reservations number, or you can pop down to the restaurant reservations desk located on deck number 7 in the Crystal Atrium. And whether you fancy a meat feast in Moderno, our Brazilian restaurant, or if you want dinner and a show with teppanyaki in the Orchid Garden restaurant on deck number 7, that and a whole lot more, just make your reservations early, because trust me, tonight is a busy night in those specialty restaurants, and it's a great way to round off your cruise vacation. As ever, the Freestyle Daily has absolutely everything listed inside, so whether you just want to kick back, relax, have a nap by the pool, or maybe catch up on reading your book, that's fine. But if you want to get involved in the activities and the entertainment, there's going to be plenty for you to do all the way through the day as well. But today's show, you can kind of see a little bit behind me. We're not talking about scuba diving, even though you can see a scuba diver, but that's just one of the things that you can do on your next Norwegian Cruise Line vacation. So my special guest on today's daily show is and this is a really long job title, Latitudes Representative and Future Cruise Sales Manager. How do they fit that on your name tag?
It's a long name tag.
It is a very long, it
wraps around
your back, yeah. No, this is George, and so we just call George our Future Cruise Consultant because it's all encompassing. Yes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
But you wear 2 or 3 hats during the cruise.
Yes, I'm in charge of our Latitudes program for our guests that have sailed with us before, or guests that haven't sailed with us and they want to know about it. They can come down and see me. I can explain how everything works. It's our points program.
Yeah, it's our
frequent
Our frequent floater program.
Exactly.
We're not frequent flyers, frequent floaters.
Frequent floater program. Exactly.
And as always, a warm welcome back to our Latitudes guests. And the Norwegian GEM as a ship, we actually, on an annual basis, have the highest number of Latitudes guests of any ship in the fleet. More people come back to the GEM time and time again.
It's a great ship, and a lot of people come back to it. It's great.
And we know that many of you feel as though it's your home away from home. The GEM's been out of New York City now for, what, 5 or 6 years? And it's...
Let's keep on going. It's going to be here for a while.
Yeah, and actually we just got confirmation that we're staying here until at least the end of 2015, most likely a little bit longer, but guaranteed until at least the end of 2015. So if people want to sign, if they're not Latitudes members, because this is the thing, it's like flying with the airlines. You can fly every week on American Airlines, and it doesn't mean that you're part of their frequent flyers club unless you sign up.
Got to sign up for it, definitely. Yes.
And so they can sign up with you.
Well, no, all they just have to do is go online.
Oh, even easier.
www.ncl.com/myncl. You sign up online, it's free. All your points are accumulated from the past as well, too. And then you get on their room card, it shows what latitudes they are: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and it goes up from there.
And of course, the more regularly you cruise, the better the perks and the benefits.
Definitely. It's the amount of days that you're physically on board. So,
yeah. Yes. So, because it never used to be that way. It used to be the number of cruises that you took, which really wasn't that fair, because you've got the Norwegian Sky, so you've got somebody who could take 10 3-night cruises, and that would be the same benefits as somebody who'd taken 10 14-night cruises. So we changed it up.
Now it's actually the days that you're physically on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fantastic. So, just go to ncl.com. There's a lot of information about the Latitudes program. And if you are a Latitudes member and you've got any questions about the Latitudes program,
come down and see me.
George is the man to see.
Definitely.
But that's a cool part of your job, but that's not the fun part of your job.
Fun part, I get to give money away to guests on board.
You do.
Get to save money.
And help people get excited about their next cruise.
Exactly.
Because this is kind of the sucky thing, is like, we are in the last 2 days, we're heading back to New York City, and the reality blues start to kick in, especially tomorrow when the weather gets cold.
Yes, and they're going back home to the cold weather and everything, so we want people to sail again with us. We want them to come back.
Yeah, and so you're the guy that can make that happen.
I can definitely make it happen, yes, definitely.
But you're not a travel agent.
Not a travel agent. We don't do pricing on board, because we tell people you can book with Norwegian, you can go online, get the best discounts. There's tons of online companies right now. So we want you to put a deposit down and sail with us again, and we'll give you some free money to spend on board. So,
and that's the key, the free money.
The free money, exactly.
And that's what this...
Yeah, this sign is everywhere. So basically what happens is they put a $250 deposit down, and we're going to give you $100 absolutely free to spend on board. So they can use that $100 in the casino, they can use it in the shops, they can use it for a massage, they can use it in the bar, anywhere on board they can use that $100. So in the end, it actually only costs them $150, but they will get that full $250 on their next cruise as a deposit.
Okay, so let me think this through. So I come to you and I fill out the cruise reward form. I give that to you. You charge me $250.
Yes.
For that, I get basically a gift coupon.
Yep.
And that is worth $250 towards my next Norwegian cruise.
Yes, definitely.
Now, it can be on any Norwegian Cruise Line ship.
Yes. 6 days or longer on the cruise, and it's valid for 4 years.
So No,
you don't have to choose your cruise right now. You don't have to decide. There's no pressure. When you decide to go home, you have your certificate. You book it with your travel agent. You can book it directly with Norwegian, and you can book your next cruise. It's a full room deposit.
So 4 years.
4 years.
So if you're going to take a cruise sometime in the next 4 years, this kind of makes sense. And I've given you $250. For that, you give me the certificate, which is basically like a $250 gift card, essentially. Yeah. You charge me $250, but then you also give me a refund on my account of $100.
Yes.
So that $100, I can either, like if I've been and had a massage that cost $100, that makes that massage free. Or if I've been and bought jewelry in the gift shop, that can come up. Or you can count it as being towards that.
Yeah, some people, they say, well, I'm not going to spend anything on board. I'm not going to even buy a drink on board. That's fine. We'll just subtract the $100 from the $250, so you end up paying $150 for it.
So you're paying $150 essentially for a $250 gift card.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, if you transfer to somebody else, it's 100% transferable. It's free to transfer to somebody else. So you physically paid $150 for it. In the future, when you give that as a gift, they get $250.
Yeah, and that's obviously we're in the middle of the holiday season right now, and there's always birthdays and anniversaries and all that kind of stuff. And if you know that somebody, How cool would that be? Especially if you're a cruiser, you're a regular cruiser, you're a Latitudes member, and you've got a family member that you know really wants to cruise, but maybe just financially it's a little bit of a struggle, to give them a $250 head start on their vacation, and it's only costing you $150.
And it's a full room deposit, which is good.
Yeah.
So you can use it for 2 people, you can use it for 4 people in one room.
Now, there is a limit to how many people can buy.
You can buy 4 maximum.
And is that per person?
Per person.
So exactly. 4 maximum per person on this sailing.
Exactly. So you're either going to do 4 cruises in 4 years, or you're going to do 1 cruise and you're going to get 4 rooms.
Yeah, because that's the important thing. You can't buy 4 coupons and use them all on one room and say, well, I've got $1,000 credit towards a cruise. Yeah. This is 1 certificate per stateroom per sailing.
Or per cruise, exactly.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yep.
But it's a great way to get a head start on your gift giving, and you're giving $250 of value for just $150.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
Deadline is the last day of the cruise by 9:15, because I do have to process it. So just all you do is fill out the form. I have a mailbox. Just drop it inside my mailbox. In 24 hours, you'll have an envelope outside your door with all the information on it.
Because that's the important thing, because your office is on deck number 7 in the atrium.
Right beside the shore excursions desk.
And you will see normally people are standing in line to speak to George, but normally 90% of the people that come and speak to you don't need to.
You just drop the form off. As long as it's filled out, easy enough.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't speak.
No, you can speak to me as long as you want.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
If you don't want to wait in line, that's fine. Just drop it off, and then I'll have it processed in 24 hours.
So those forms are always available outside the office.
Exactly. Right,
so if you've not got any questions, if you know that you just want to get this, get it done, fill out the form, drop it in the box before
9:15 on the last day.
So the day before we get back into New York.
Exactly.
And then you'll get all the information to your stateroom. And as George says, you've got 4 years in which to use this credit. You can book directly with Norwegian on ncl.com or by calling our reservation centre.
Travel agent, online.
Yeah, so any of the big people like Travelocity and Expedia, all of those companies, they will accept this credit.
Everybody will accept 100%.
Down to your mom and pop local travel agents that you've probably been using for 20, 30 years.
Definitely. If you got the whole cruise was $1,000, you put the $250 down, that covers it right away, you just pay the difference. That's why it's worth it.
Excellent. Yeah. And it's an exciting time to be working for Norwegian. It's an exciting time for you to be sailing with Norwegian, because the expansion that Norwegian's undertaken at the moment.
We have the Norwegian Getaway coming out in about February. It's going to be selling it in Miami year-round.
And she's actually going to be coming into New York City in January. Because did you not know?
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Okay, they did a little change, because the Norwegian Getaway has been chartered, and she's going to be a floating hotel. She's been chartered out by Budweiser
for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew that.
So she's going to be docked in New York City, and 2 days there's going to be an awesome photo opportunity with the Breakaway and the Getaway side by side.
Very nice.
So if you live in New York City or you work in Manhattan,
February, right? February sometime.
Yeah, I think it's the first week of Feb that the Super Bowl kicks in. But that's going to be an awesome 2 of the newest, largest ships in the world sitting side by side, right there in the Hudson.
That's really cool.
So anyway,
and then we have the Norwegian Escape coming out, and the Norwegian Bliss coming out in the future as well too. We don't have a lot of information on that. It's our newer ships that are coming out. We got 3 brand new ships coming out.
Yeah, the Escape comes out in the fall of 2015,
and then 16 is the next one.
Yeah, and that's going to be the Bliss.
Lots of opportunities.
So with no information on the itineraries or even deck plans or anything for the Escape and the Bliss, because they are different to the Breakaway and the Getaway. They're about 10% larger than those 2 ships, lots of added amenities. But you mentioned the Breakaway, and of course we sail out of New York City, and the Breakaway is classified as a New York ship.
New York-based ship is going to be out of New York year-round. I do have itinerary guides on that. In a 12-day cruise, doing this itinerary, adding 3 more days, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and Barbados in January. Then it moves off to the Bahamas, does a 7-day cruise from New York to the Bahamas. And then in the summer, it moves off to Bermuda, so a 7-day cruise from New York. So year-round, so lots of opportunity. If you live in New York, you live in New Jersey, Boston area, Canada, New England, you come on down. So it's
nice,
a big
easy
opportunity.
drive.
Nice, easy drive, yeah.
And if you want a tiny little taster as well, after those 12-night cruises, the Breakaway's doing a couple of teaser 2-night cruises, so you can go on and experience these new amazing ships.
Exactly, for 2 days. We have some on the GEM as well too. We have a 1-day cruise to nowhere coming up. Actually Friday. There's another one coming up later on in the cruise as well, in the month as well too. So it's a 1-day cruise to come on board. Yeah.
And the whole concept of sailing on these new big ships, of course, we started with the Norwegian Epic back in 2010. Then, at the beginning of 2013, the Breakaway came out, and just with it's the next step in freestyle cruising.
29 restaurants, 10 bars, the Cake Boss, Buddy's on there, Iron Chef's Jeffrey Zakarian's on the Breakaway, so lots of stuff to do on the Breakaway. And I'm actually doing a presentation this morning at 10 a.m. In the atrium about the Breakaway. I show you some slides, some videos, lots of stuff on the Breakaway. So
yeah, from my side, the entertainment. Like if you look at the Norwegian Epic, you've got Blue Man Group and Legends in Concert. Blue Man Group, of course, started in New York City, now all over the world, Vegas, London, still in New York after all of these years, Orlando, where I live now, they've got a theatre there at Universal Studios, and you can see the show. It's one of the complimentary shows on board the Epic. Legends in Concert, which is the longest running show on the Las Vegas Strip, with great celebrity impersonators, Second City Comedy, Howl at the Moon, Cirque Dreams and Dinner, and then on the Breakaway, Cirque Dreams and Dinner is there.
The Jungle Fantasy.
Yep.
Then we have the Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages, direct from Broadway.
Unbelievable show, yeah.
Have you seen Rock of Ages?
I've only seen the movie, so I mean, I know I haven't seen the Broadway show. I know it's not comparable, but
I saw the West End version, and it's so much fun. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got The Getaway coming out. In just a few weeks' time, and Legally Blonde, the musical,
is on there,
is going to be on there, along with Burn the Floor, a completely different show. The Getaway is going to be out of Miami year-round, so they've put the Latin flavours into the Burn the Floor show to represent the Latin communities in South Florida. So it's entertainment is and the venue that on the Epic and on the Breakaway has the Cirque show, which they call the Spiegel tent, is going to be something completely different on the Getaway.
It's the Illusionarium. The Illusionarium. Yes.
I think Norwegian have created a new word.
New word, yes, the Illusionarium. Yes,
and
on the Getaway.
It's going to be a magic dinner theatre. I know the gentleman very, very well that has created this show. He's one of the most respected magicians and illusionists in North America. Jeff Hobson is his name.
Hobson, yes. Fabulous entertainer.
Fabulous.
I know. Fabulous.
And just got a great... So this is the brainchild of Jeff.
Wow.
And so it's going to be this amazing dinner spectacle that revolves all around magic. And you step in the doors of the Illusionarium on the Getaway and you're going to go into a world of fantasy. It really is going to be breathtaking. So that's something cool and new for you as well. We've got, of course, the only ship that sails year-round in Hawaii.
Yes. Pride of America.
Yep, and it's an awesome itinerary.
A fabulous itinerary, yeah. It does 3 ports in Hawaii, so it comes...
No days at sea.
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable.
2 overnights.
I have information on that in my itinerary guides as well, too, if they want to come down and get information on that, too.
Yeah, and really wherever you want to go in the world, whether you want to sail out of New York, just come down to the Bahamas or the Caribbean with us, whether you want to go to Europe. Yeah, and you've done Europe on ships before.
Unbelievable, yeah. Greece, Santorini, Greece, Italy, Rome, Turkey. I've been all those places. So, yeah.
And Norwegian Cruise Line have 2 ships in Europe year-round.
Yes, we have the Spirit, and then we have the Jade.
So, Europe, for a lot of people, they don't want to go to Europe in the summer because it's so crowded.
School's out, everybody's going over to Europe, summertime, yes, exactly.
So, yeah, as long as you don't mind the weather not being quite so amazing, you can go and experience winter in Europe and go and see the sights in somewhere like Civitavecchia, go and experience Rome with 10% of the people that are going to be there in July.
No long lines, you go there, you just walk in and not 2 hours waiting in line. So, but we have everything too on Norwegian Cruise Line's website, and if you go down to the Internet Cafe, they can actually browse the website for free. It's absolutely free. You don't have to get an internet package. When you just log in, it says free sites, just go there and they can check all their itineraries and new stuff that's coming out. They can order the glossy guides, shipped to their house for free. It's got everything on the website.
And
it's free.
Create your myncl.com login
for your Latitudes program,
which will link through to your Latitude program as well.
Free, absolutely free to use.
So your hours are in the Freestyle Daily.
Freestyle Daily, yes.
And the forms are outside the room.
Yep, my hours are also posted outside my door as well too. So just come in, drop it in the mailbox. I'll have it ready for in about 24 hours.
Awesome.
Get that free $100 spent on board.
So if you don't want to stand in line, just fill the form in, drop it in the box. If you have got any questions, George is right there and we're more than happy to help you out. But yeah, why not just play around? Either log in on the Wi-Fi on board or go down to the Internet Cafe on deck number 7. Just open up the welcome page and you'll be able to click straight into ncl.com. Absolutely free of charge. Exactly. Thank you very much, George.
Thanks for having me, Matt. Appreciate it.
And yeah, we'll cruise around the world together for years and years to come. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back one last and final time tomorrow. It is our last day at sea, of course, before we arrive back into New York City. So come back and join us here on Channel 28. But for now, bye-bye.